Brandon, we're not talking right now. Okay, so it's just going to be, oh, no, I'm having other people do other things. Alicia, we need to share. No, I need to take this number. Okay, we're done. Thank you. Awesome job. Beautiful. Okay, Brandon, you're next. Sorry, excuse me. I need to ask. Mr. Little, what does Mr. Little think a community means? Bring you
A whole family.
We'll have a discussion about Brandon's going to write on the board.
Mr. Little thinks a community is a language community, a religious community.
So put it up here?
I don't know. Anybody.
Oh, you.
Danny, you can write for Brandon.
Oh, no, that's just messed up.
Danny, I'm going to ask you to
Go
write.
slave.
Okay, so then Jenny will be next for Julian. Danny, let's go. We got 30 seconds to write on the board.
29.
Is that right there?
38.
We'll do it again. 30 seconds.
I don't even know what it is. No, Brandon, tell me.
I think Mr. Little Chicken.
Chicken Little.
Yeah, Chicken Little thinks community that there is language communities, sports communities, religious communities, other communities. And yeah.
Okay. So, Brandon.
Were you just dancing?
All right.
Yeah, I'm Dana. Were you just dancing? You know the camera sees you.
Okay. Everybody, go back to your seat, Danny.
Can I write it? Can I write it?
No. So I'm going to ask you, since some of us may not be comfortable writing on the board. Danny, when you read line 7, what are some things that you underlined that you said Mr. Little thought about communities? You have an underline on your paper right there.
There are communities that they include
Okay, so I asked Danny, so Danny, can you tell me? Danny, please.
There are communities that include everybody.
So he thinks that a community includes everybody, okay? Jenny, can you tell me how Mr. Julian's perspective is different? What does Julian think a community is?
He screams out
It's a thing about the race. About the race.
Okay, so Danny, what did Jenny say Julian thinks?
What?
Alicia, that's a check.
I want to write it. Why?
You're calling out. Brandon,
No,
that's a check.
I was not calling out. I said that he keeps talking.
Okay.
And
Stop. Danny, what did Jenny just say Julian thinks the community is? Okay, Jenny, can you repeat? Danny, I need you to be listening.
The race.
Danny, what did she say?
The race.
Okay, so Julian thinks that it's your race or your culture that determines your community. How about Damon, Felix? What does Damon say?
Damon say that, well, my question is, how big or small can a community be? It basically means that we all live on the earth. Does that mean that we belong to the world community? Big or small?
Okay, so summarize in your own words, what does he think a community is?
How big or small
includes-
it is? How big or small?
I need you to raise your
This
hand and I'm
community is
asking.
like a global thing.
Beautiful, and also you use one of our key words. So Alicia, can you put a bean in the jar? I'll put a bean in the jar.
Can I write?
So,
We're already there.
hold on. So if it's global, Felix,
You said
if it's global, what does that mean? What does our word global mean that we've been
Global
studying?
means like far away, that's only one. Like the difference between local. It's like, for example, McDonald's in Hong Kong, China, Japan, Hawaii, Mexico.
So it's opposite of local and it's in international places?
Yep.
Cool. And then what is the phrase or word that Damon said that makes you believe that? What did he say? What is the quote?
Wow, she wanted to
That-
participate.
Does that mean that we
I'll come to
belong
that.
to the world community? That's
Okay.
the word.
So world communities. World communities. Awesome job. Thank you, Felix. Brandon, what did you want to add? Did you want to add to any of these characters? I'm ready and willing to listen to your point of view. So, okay. Danny, you want to write up on the board? Okay, you good? All right. So now that we listen to what different people think a community is. So Julian thinks it's your race or culture. I need papers down. Damon thinks it's global or world. Excuse me. Sharonda, I'm going to wait till we're in voice zone 0. Sharonda thinks it's the neighborhood where you live. And Mr. Little, what do we say, Danny? And Brandon? Mr. Little?
I know what he said. He said,
You guys can work together to come up with it.
it says that I didn't hear, what was it?
What does Mr. Little think a community means?
He said,
Gabby, can I put it on.
like a group of people, like a whole group of people, he says that there's a lot of talk for communities, and it's telling me that it means that it's like a group, it's a sports community, is like a group of sports people
That represents the community.
Okay. So a key word I heard.
Community is like one language, like in Mexico. Mostly one language.
Great example. So what I heard from you is that there's a lot of different types of communities. There's a lot of different definitions.
Just
Okay?
all of them.
You got it. So we're going to think 2 seconds. Look back at your do now, which says what does community mean to you? It's your definition of community. So pull back your do now. Look at your definition of community. Thank you, Danny, for having out Gabby. And now we're going to think to ourselves, and we're going to share with a partner after. How is our definition different from these people's definitions? And how might we want to change it now? So, Brandon, I'm asking you one. How is your definition of community the same or different from these people?
The same because...
And 2, I'll ask you in a second. I'm going to give you time to think. And 2, how might you change your definition now that you've heard these other people?
I don't want to change it.
Okay, so look at your do now. You can write that underneath your do now. Write those 2 things underneath your do now. So,
It's not here. It's not here.
so how is your definition? Same or different?
What?
We're not saying those words in class. Okay? So thank you for having your do now.
Can I get a pencil?
Brandon, take your do now out, and I need you to write these answers here.
What are you doing? I have mine. I don't. You do. Where's my paper? Yeah. Brandon.
Okay. So 1, how is your definition the same or different from these up on the board?
I don't know where it's at.
Oh. You go to like
No, it's not. You're not.
I mean, okay. Brandon, I need you to answer those 2 questions later. Brandon. All right, eyes up here in 3, 2, 1. We're about to head out, but we need to finish these 2 questions before we leave. When you tell me your 2 answers, then I will dismiss you to go. To these 2 questions, how is your definition of community the same or different than these characters?
It's different.
And hold on, do you want to change your definition after you heard what these people had to say? So Felix, go ahead.
Okay.
Sit down, sit down and put up. Brandon, we are not talking, we are focusing our eyes on the speaker right now.
Okay, so it is different because I say community is like people around you, and they say that community is like a tradition or a neighborhood and all that. So it's different. I don't change it because that I looked at it in the dictionary.
And what did it say in the dictionary?
That community means people around. Community is people around you.
Okay, and so that's what you're going to stick with?
Yeah.
Because you think it's a very factual dictionary definition.
Me too.
All right, thank you for explaining. See you next week.
Yay!
Danny, Brandon, I did not dismiss you. That's a check. Danny and Brandon, you need to take a seat. You need to raise your hands together.
Yeah, you want me to teach you?
Take it down.
That wasn't even me.
Please.
No, that was him. That was
Excuse
him.
me. Felix, you're dismissed.
on me.
Brandon, take a seat. Take this up. Brandon, you're gonna stay after.
No.
Okay, Jenny, go ahead.
Can I go? My definition is not the same,
And
I don't want to change. I do want to change.
And how are you gonna change?
By
What are you
using
gonna?
a dictionary for looking for some words. So I
Okay,
can use for
But based on what these characters said about their definitions, do you have any new ideas that you would like to add to yours based on their
No.
definition?
like a community.
Okay, go ahead. Hold on, Alicia. I didn't call you.
Can I go? Like a community, in a community, you guys share, like you share things. In a community, you share things and stuff. Like you share things and you do things together. You go on adventures together.
Okay, so is your definition the same or different?
The same.
And after hearing what these people have to say about community, do you want to add something to your definition? No?
Oh, that you guys share stuff and like you're.
Okay, so you're gonna do things together and spend time together? Okay, go ahead. Danny, go ahead. Is your definition the same or different than these characters?
Same.
And how is it the same?
Because communities, like they all gather up together, and then they do a lot of, they could do stuff together.
So whose is yours similar to?
I'm not sure.
Alicia, you
Sharonda.
Sharonda?
Yeah.
Okay, because you said it's a neighborhood where you live.
Yeah.
Do you want to add anything to your definition based on other people's?
Nope.
Okay, go ahead.
No flick.
Get my
No.
pencils.
No flick. Some. They
This
know.
one's fine.
But
Gabby, go ahead.
they know.
Alicia, you're dismissed.
No flick.
Brandon,
No.
They're the same.
hold on.
You got to say.
No, Brandon, you are not dismissed. Brandon. Gabby, go ahead.
They're the same.
Yes. Who is yours similar to?
Sharonda.
And how come? What is Sharonda's?
Cause you
Okay, community neighborhood. Are there any things from other people's definitions that you want to pull out to add to yours? Okay, so you do not think that your sports community might be a community you're in? No? Okay, go ahead, Daniel. Brandon,
What?
is your definition the same or different from all these characters? The same as whose? Mr. Little, what does Mr. Little think a community is?
Different, like, he thinks like different communities, he thinks that communities are like I think that like every team that you're on, or like, every neighborhood that you're on is like a community.
Mm-hmm. So that you can have a lot of different groups and communities you belong to?
Yeah,
Okay. So did your definition from the beginning of class change, or is that what you thought at the beginning?
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so you just got confirmation?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Awesome.